Hello, my beautiful peeps, and here we are once again talking about, first of all, about that controversy that has happened and it keeps on happening and it's going to be happening every single year on the month of June, which is the month of Pride, which I already did a video about what Blair White was talking about last week. And once again, they were attacking her in that Texas Pride show that she went to interview. Literally, they wanted to kick her out of there, and the security guards were following her all over because Blair White, as I mentioned to you guys, I support Blair White 100% because she thinks exactly the way I think. As I always say, a man is a man, a woman is a woman, a transgender man is a transgender man, and a transgender woman is a transgender woman. That's it. All of the other LGBTQ plus, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it, and I will never understand it, especially with this new woke generation, with the Gen Z generation that they think that that is all about them and that like we own them, and that we have to do everything for them, and that is just about them, which is completely wrong because we come way before them, and then we are a generation before. I'm a millennial and I'm very proud of saying that. But anyway, as we all know, our beautiful Blair White going through all of these shows, and she went to the Jimmy Dore show when she talked. It was a very beautiful interview and a long interview. It was over a week ago, and that exactly she spoke about, of course, all her points of views and also political, as we all know that she supports Trump 100%, and I totally agree with her too. Let's make America great again because that's where we are. Because all of this nonsense with after the presidential debate last week, it was just an embarrassment, not just for the country, worldwide, because they're just laughing at us for knowing that we're having this president that doesn't even know where he's standing. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about Blair White in this show that she did at the Jimmy Dore show, and also at the gay pride, which was last month, which she was almost literally kicked out of there. And the reason why I'm making this video is because, as I mentioned to you guys before, I used to work for, I'm a licensed social worker, and I used to work with patients with HIV, AIDS, and STD. And I stopped doing that back on 2017. I did it for 5 years, and I worked here in Broward County. And actually, I was an activist and advocate for the LGBTQ community, and I went nationwide, as I mentioned to you guys before. And I even went to the White House, and I met Obama before Trump came into the presidency. And it took me all over the nation, even out of the country, being an activist and advocate for the LGBTQ community, the African American and the Latino immigrant. And I was really happy, I was really proud that I was doing that, but it got to the point that it was just way too much because I knew what was coming. That was 7 years ago, literally. I knew what was coming, and it was just way too overwhelming. But I met very, very good people, very lovely people there. And actually, through all these people that I met, I got to meet this producer. And then my beautiful Joey Caravaggio. And then he asked me to be in this small, short documentary, which is a video that I have put it down below right before this video. I hope you watch it. And it's called Being Transgressive. I'm part of it. You can see me. Of course, I have long hair then. My hair wasn't a brunette. My hair wasn't this long and healthy. I love being a blonde, but my hair wasn't as pretty and healthy as it is right now. But anyway, I was invited to be part of that documentary, and it was really beautiful because it was about a transgender male going to a transition. It was about a transgender woman going to a transition to become a male, a transgender male, at work, and then all the discrimination that she had to go through from her co-workers, especially her boss. And it's sad because it shows the progress that she's doing from the beginning, and like taking hormones and putting on clothes that is not the persona that she's in, because she feels like she's in the wrong body. And I totally understand that. As a former social worker, I deal with many of them. That's the reason why I don't do it anymore, because it got to the point that if you're gonna tell me I feel like a unicorn today and tomorrow you feel like a horsey, well, I'm gonna say bye. That's the reason why I'm not doing it anymore. But it's a very beautiful a small short documentary about this transgender that wants to be, that's going from woman to become a man. And the funny thing about the whole thing is that the movie is about a transgender woman trying to be a transgender male. But the funny thing and the taboo in it is that the actress that played that role, she was a transgender female going to be a transgender. She was born a male, wanted it to be, well, becoming a woman, and she was. But in this documentary, being transgressive, she was being the opposite, being born a woman and becoming a transgender male. So it's a very beautiful story. I am in it. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's very sad because you see the beginning, how all the discrimination, which it was of course 7 years ago, it wasn't as open as it is now with all these new woke people and all this craziness. That I left the being an activist and advocate when it was the LGBTQ. Now it's LGBTQ plus, and I'm already tired of it. But please, if you have those minutes to watch the video that I posted before this video, which is called Being Transgressive, I hope you enjoy it. It's a very beautiful story about this woman that wanted it to be changed, her personality and her body and everything, and going to the process and going to the humiliation and the discrimination, especially going to the bathroom, because then in that documentary that I was in, when she's going to the men's bathroom, then the boss comes along and be like, hey, you know what? You cannot go into the bathroom because you don't belong in the bathroom. It's a very touchy video, but then also she got so frustrated, and it was filmed here in Fort Lauderdale. I remember we did it like in a week, the whole short film. And at the end of it, she kind of like gets overwhelmed and tries to hang herself. But at the end of it, she doesn't. She realizes that she's gonna be herself, that she's going to be transgressive, and she's gonna be a transgender regardless, even if they fire her from her job, which happened in the documentary, which is something totally different from what's going on right now in today's day in 2024. With everything has changed, of course, as we already know that, all this craziness of just so much nonsense that we all know. But I really hope you like this small documentary and short film that I was in 7 years ago. And please, I hope you leave a comment down below and telling me about what do you think about it, what do you think about the story, and about what the difference is between 7 years ago and 7 years later, what has happened with the community, with the LGBTQ+. That's why I always bring Blair White, because Blair White is so 100% right in all the things that she speaks. And also when she spoke at the Jimmy Dore show, she say exactly the same thing. And she also spoke about this, I don't even know what to call him because it's a him, Jeffrey Match, the guy that called himself a transgender woman, but it's a man with beard, with lipstick, something that I'm thought, oh, I cannot. But you guys know exactly who I'm talking about, Jeffrey March, the well-known Jeffrey March, which he needs to be in an asylum, I believe. Anyway, guys, please don't forget to leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and kisses from here. Bye.